Welcome back to the Creepy Cottage. Last time, Corey, Kendra, and Hoover found a hidden room behind the library shelves. A room that wasn't meant to be easily found. At first, some things look familiar. You recognize them, you trust them, because they feel like they belong to you. But sometimes, when you look a little longer, what's looking back isn't quite yours anymore. And tonight, Kendra learns the difference. Hoover, why didn't you tell the kids what happened next?
Sounds good, Grandma. This one is about something I noticed I didn't like. Remember, kids, sometimes when something looks familiar, that doesn't mean it's harmless. The library was darker now. Not night dark, just quiet. The bookcase stood exactly where it always had, closed. Kendra slowed as she walked past it. She could have sworn that the air felt different there. She reached out and pressed gently on the books that moved the shelf. It gave way and slid open, revealing the secret room. Kendra looked inside. The sheet still covered the mirror, but not quite the way she remembered. Part of it had slipped aside, as if someone had moved it after they left. Kendra hesitated. Then she stepped inside. She stood in front of the mirror. It was beautiful. Older than the rest of the room somehow. The glass caught the dim light and held it. She lifted her hand. Her reflection lifted its hand. She tilted her head. So did her reflection. Kendra smiled. Her reflection smiled back. "Okay," she whispered to herself. "That's normal." Kendra turned to leave. Her reflection didn't move. It stayed facing forward. Kendra froze. Slowly, she looked back. The reflection was still smiling, just a moment longer than it should have. "What in the world?" she whispered to herself, her heart beginning to race. The reflection tilted its head, a fraction of a second after Kendra did. Kendra took a step back. "Mirrors don't do that." "Not usually," the reflection said quietly. Kendra's breath caught. The voice sounded like hers. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you," the reflection said gently. Kendra kept her distance. "Are you okay?" it asked, concerned. Kendra shrugged. "Some days just get heavy. I can handle them. I just don't like them." The reflection nodded. It didn't answer right away. "What happened?" it asked softly. "Somebody pushed me in the cafeteria today." The reflection waited. "That," it said quietly, "was raw." Kendra's shoulders relaxed, just a little. "You noticed that?" she asked. The reflection nodded again. "I notice things," it said, "especially when they hurt you." Kendra studied the mirror. Something about the smile felt different now. Not wider, not sharper, just steadier. As if it had been waiting for her to believe it. I stepped into the library. Something felt off. My ears drooped before I even knew why. Then I saw something I didn't like. The bookcase wasn't where it should have been. It was open. My chest tightened. "Kendra, Corey, are you in here?" I asked quietly. No answer. I took a few careful steps closer, trying not to make a sound. "Kendra?" I called again. "Oh, hi, Hoover. I'm back here," she answered. Her voice came from behind the shelf. That didn't make it any better. It made it worse. I stood there, listening nervously. She was back in that room, alone. Kendra looked back at the mirror. "You don't have to explain yourself to anyone," the reflection whispered quietly. Kendra nodded. The reflection leaned closer to the glass. "So," it asked softly, "what do you want to do now?" Kendra opened her mouth to answer. "Kendra," I said again. "Everything okay in there?" Kendra turned toward the doorway. "I'm fine," she said. "I'm coming." When she turned back to the mirror, the reflection lifted a finger to its lips, like it was telling Kendra not to tell anyone. Then, it waved goodbye as Kendra exited the room.
Sometimes it feels good to be seen and understood. But it's important to notice when something listens a little too closely. Thank you for stopping by the Creepy Cottage. Grandpa Mike and I always love it when you kids stop by for a story. Until next time, trust how things feel